Sometimes I wonder how different life would be if I was sharing it with someone else. Someone who was born a minute before or a minute behind me.
I was working at Myers Propane Gas Company. We knew your mom and dad was pregnant. We were so excited about having a first grandchild. And I said all along when we found out she was going to be born in February, I said, oh, wouldn't it be nice if the baby was born on my birthday, and you weren't due until like the 18th or the 20th or something. I got a call, and if you want to see your grandchild born, be at the Firelands Hospital quick as you can. So I rushed over to Firelands, got to the hospital, and it wasn't too long after we got there, Taylor Rain was born. It was such an exciting afternoon and such a precious time in my life because Taylor Rain was born on my birthday.
My papa always likes to say that I'm his favorite oldest grandchild, and my sister is his favorite youngest grandchild. But what if we weren't his only grandchildren?
Well, my favorite memory of you, Taylor Rain, was the day that you were born. I remember the day that I found out that I was pregnant. It was after a very serious car accident that I had. And they said that my chances of getting pregnant would be very slim. The entire 9 months carrying you was extremely hard. You were a twin, and I had lost the twin into my second trimester. And the rest of the months they told me that I would more than likely lose you. I feared for that, being a first-time mother. The moment that they laid you into my arms, I experienced a love that I've never felt before. Mine and your dad's creation. You instantly pulled your head up and opened your eyes. I just remember how much peace and love that I felt for you. Perfect size, perfect shaped head, just so tiny, a little over 6 pounds, and your beautiful eyes.
I can't even bear to imagine what my mother went through with this pregnancy. Being so happy and telling everyone she was having twins, to find out she had lost one, and having that fear that she was going to lose me too.
Things that sticks out, and not so much the night you were born, and that we were blessed with you in our lives. It's probably the night that we actually took you home, and you cried, and you cried, and your mother was so exhausted. And of course, you just gave birth to you. Wanted to have that moment that was my first moment to be there for you. You kept me up all night, but I never complained. Because it wasn't a frustrated cry or angry cry. It was I guess it was that moment when we started to decipher of what those noises were that you were making, and you were scared. And I held you. I guess I bonded with you, and hopefully at that point, you probably knew that I would always be there for you whenever you needed me. I guess that's kind of where it all started with you and me, kiddo. I'll always be there for you.
I was always Daddy's little girl, ever since day one. He was my coach for every sporting event. He was my best friend. He was my driver, instructor, the person who would tuck me in every night and read me books. He would help me on my homework. And we'd spend so much one-on-one time together. Would I have not had that with him if I had to share it with someone else? If I had to share that time, his time, with another child?
Spend the afternoon building a tent, playing with her favorite toys, and watching her favorite movies. Which was Benji. Sometimes we'd watch him 4 or 5 times a day. And we always enjoyed each one, each time like it was the first time we'd ever seen it. Her favorite book was Who Has the Yellow Hat? And we would read that over and over and over again, and she would just love it. And we did this quite often, probably every day. Dogs would come and go into the tent. Sometimes we'd nap in the tent, sometimes we'd watch our movies, sometimes we'd read, sometimes we'd just sing. And could spend a whole afternoon in here having a
Where
ball.
are you going today, Taylor? Where are you going today?
I remember always going over to Nana and Papa's house. And me and Nana would watch movies on the floor, and she'd make me little square toast and put toothpicks in it just for me. And we'd spend so much one-on-one time together, coloring and watching Benji over and over again. But would I have spent that one-on-one time with her if I had the choice between playing with my Nana and playing with my twin?
We were taking you places since you were probably 3 years old. Maybe even 2. I don't remember how soon you were out of diapers, but I still can picture you sitting in the car in front of the steering wheel going like this because we had taken you to the drive-in and you were just a little tot. But we've done so many things. We've gone skiing, we've gone to haunted houses, we've gone tobogganing, we've gone on big vacations together, the state fair. But there's one, I guess it's a moment that just kind of stands out. It's because I think of it from time to time. And that was when we were on our way with you somewhere. I don't even remember where. I think it might have been down in Columbus. And it was just Rich was driving. I was here in the passenger seat. You were in the back, just the 3 of us. We were trying to decide where we were going to go for lunch that day. So one of us asked Taylor, do you have any certain restaurants that you really like? And you go, Cracker Barrel. And you were an entertaining kid to start with. You were comical, you were adorable, but something about the way you said Cracker Barrel that probably at least once every year or 2 when we drive by a Cracker Barrel that's out of town, one of us says, Cracker Barrel.
During the filming of this project, I found out how hard my aunt and uncle were trying to have children. Looking back on it now, I realize why we had such a great time and going on so many vacations and spending summers together. They took me in as one of their own.
In the 2nd grade, we had a play for Thanksgiving. And I was one of the only people that got picked to say what I was thankful for. And in the microphone, when I walked up there, I said my sister. Everybody thought it was so cute, except my sister, because we knew that I didn't really mean it, between me and her. When I come up here and stay with her for the weekend or the week when she's alone, and we go shopping, and we watch movies, and we go out to eat, and get Lola's, and that's fun. It was around Christmas. There was no snow or ice, but we went into a church parking lot, and I was probably 6th grade, and she let me drive her car in the parking lot, and I almost hit the church pillar. And then she told me not to tell Mom and Dad, but then I came home and told Mom and Dad.
Girls, 1, 2, 3, smile.
My little sister was always a tomboy growing up. She always said that she wishes I was a boy because she wanted a boy to play with and not her sister. Life would have been different if there was 3 siblings. Maybe she would have got her brother she always wanted. Now that I'm growing up, I realize my life would be completely different. If it wasn't for my lost twin, I would not be the same Taylor Rain. Not the same.